Thank you for another day of Send It ATV podcast. I am your host, Shane Eastman, and today we have a great guest today. He is coming from Michigan area and just has a great story to talk about their club, and the things that they do is really close and near and dear to my heart, being a veteran myself. So I just appreciate everything that they're doing. So today I had the president of the Mud Brothers of the North ATV UTV Club, Mr. Mike Maves. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the club.
Oh, it's great to have you. I appreciate you agreeing to meet with us today and change your schedule around and make it work. But all in all, I really do appreciate everything you are doing up there and such. So what do you guys have coming up for the next coming season?
Well, we kind of have a lot going on. We do trail maintenance and we do rides and events. For us, being Michigan, there's a UP and there's Northern Lower Michigan, and we have our big ride coming up here, Father's Day weekend. We always do a big ride in the UP, we call it.
Okay.
So, it's kind of a special weekend for everybody. It's up in Big Bay, which is the Keweenaw Peninsula area.
Yep.
Which is a great area to ride, Northern Michigan, one of my favorites. So we kind of have that going on. Then we take a little break in the summertime here because it's hot and dusty like everywhere else.
Right.
So we don't get back at it till August. After that, we do our big night ride spectacle. We do a big banquet. We smoke a bunch of meat. We give away a bunch of awards. We do a big night ride where best lighted wins contests and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We're, not just riding. A lot of other great things.
A lot of community getting together and so forth.
Yeah, it's all about family. It's about everyone bringing their kids, and we do a trick or treat thing for our fall ride with the kids. Best costume in the fall ride. Our night ride has a theme. It's kind of, we try to have a lot of fun.
That's great, outstanding. How many members are in your club?
We're about at 450 right now.
450. That's a sizable group for sure.
Yes, we always think every year that it's gonna, stop growing, but it doesn't.
Well, with the events that you're putting on, no wonder you're not, you're attracting so many people, because it just sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, and we always say it's not about the miles, it's about the smiles. So
right, yeah, that's a great.
That's a big part of it.
That's great. What organizations do you guys support?
Well, last year we did a house over in Harbor Springs area. They do a big kind of like a bed and breakfast for vets. Braveheart Estates it's called, and basically bring in past disabled vets, and they do whitetail deer hunts. They do ORV rides. They do fishing. You name it. Last year, or not last year because of the COVID, the year before that, we actually came out there with members with no passengers in their machines and took vets for rides for the day.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was a really, then we got to sit around and hear stories. They were telling us crazy things that most of us guys can't even understand, and it was all from Vietnam to, Desert Storm to, all of those areas. It was very rewarding to listen to a lot of the stories.
Yeah, I bet.
But we do that, and we do a little bit of the teen suicide prevention, which has definitely impacted just about everybody. And we like to give back to that. And they do a big ride over in our area that involves that. So, but we mainly stick around with vets. It's kind of how we were founded. We're founded on that. So
that's great. Great. Well, thank you very much for your support. And I know I'm sure I can safely speak for other veterans and so forth, that just being received, so much better than what the Vietnam era was about and so forth, and having people, such as yourself do such a great support in that level, it just means a lot. It really does.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone's service, that's for sure.
Well, it's a huge sacrifice. Some give more than others, and
absolutely.
Yeah. But thank you. What would you say your club's priorities are then?
Well, I would say, our main priority is, I would guess, education on the trails.
Hmm.
I mean, I was a young whippersnapper at some age where I was doing things on trails I shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
And we try to show our members that you can have as much fun, but do it the right way.
Right.
And try not to trash the trails. Not going on private property. Those are two of the ways that we're going to lose rights in the state. We try to stay away from that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's picking up after yourself, and just there's a place to have fun and let loose a little bit, and there's other times that just enjoy the ride, enjoy the scenery.
Absolutely, yeah. You definitely got to pack out what you pack in. So,
Yep, absolutely. When did you first riding? You said you were a young whippersnapper, but what was your first piece of equipment? Or
my first machine was a Kawasaki 110.
okay.
That's how it was. It was an old one. I had to be 8 years old, I think it is.
Yep.
Still have the machine, actually.
Really?
Yes, still have it. Doesn't run.
Oh.
But and actually, me and my brother had that. He had a 185 Kawasaki, and we used to tear it up all sorts. I spent a lot of time in the UP, where back in those days, you could actually drive trucks on the beach. So, growing up on that, we'd have four-wheelers and, old 86 Chevy square body trucks and, cruising the shorelines of northern Michigan. You can't do that stuff anymore, but that's basically my upbringing in the off-road, I guess, era would be. So.
That's awesome. What's unique about your riding area, would you say, as far as you can deduce?
I would say what's unique about northern Michigan is that, especially when you get above the 45th parallel, we call it, there's not as much traffic as most congested trails. There's a good selection of wide trails. There's lots of scenery. One thing about Michigan, which you guys have too, is that you have water by you all the time. So there's always great things to check out. More things are opening up in the state that's allowing to travel farther, which is really nice. But I would say what's unique is that you go to different areas in the state and it gives you a different ride. You have your wide trail, you got your busyness down south. There's some off-road parks, but not as big as down south.
Right.
But I think Michigan offers just about everything you can get, besides a lot of rock, unless you go to Drummond Island, really. So.
Okay. What's the funniest story you've ever witnessed or heard of that makes you laugh?
Well, I'll tell the story of one of our night rides. So, and I'm probably sure the member that I'm going to talk about will probably watch this. They'll get a chuckle out as well. But we have a theme on our night ride as well. Not just best lighted, we have a theme. And last year it was 80s rock. So, we don't know what members are going to do. Some people get more involved than others. But this family, the Browns, they actually showed up complete Kiss outfits. They were dressed, painted head to toe in Kiss. Dylan, he actually made his own platform shoes that were like 12 inches high. And I mean, when it was time to judge, you could hear him coming up from the campground that we were staying at, playing Kiss, and all four of them, all the way from 15 years old to the dad, dressed full paint, everything Kiss. So, it's just one of those things where it really makes you enjoy what's going on. It gives you a really good chuckle. They really outdid themselves.
There's got to be, I'm sure there's pictures on your website or something like that.
They're on our, I think most of those are on our members only page. There might be some on our general page. We have a website, we have a general page, and then we have a members only page. So a lot of that stuff, we usually save a lot of those pictures for our banquet. We do a big video and a collage. And we always kind of tell people that you get the extra stuff, like the members stuff, when you join the club.
Right. Yeah. Another big benefit for joining the club, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's one of the best places you've ever ridden?
I would say in northern Michigan, I would say it'd be Baraga County and up in the Keweenaw Peninsula. Just such a different area of rock and waterfalls. I mean, you can go on a full waterfall tour up there, and there's no traffic. Not much to speak of, really.
Right.
And just a different area up there. You get up in the up in the Keweenaw, it's just a different area, and I really enjoy driving up there. So, as far as being out of state, so far the probably the best area I've drove so far would probably be the Hatfield McCoy system in the Rock House area. That was really
Right.
fun.
Yeah, that's a must do for me for sure.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's on your bucket list for places to go?
Actually, I'm trying to plan a trip out to Black Hills. That's
Okay.
that's big on the list. We don't mind traveling. For us, it'd be 18, 19 hours one way.
Hmm.
But Black Hills is really on my list. I'd like to go to Maine at some point. I'd actually really like to go to Moab at some point, but that might be a fly and rent type situation for Northern
Right.
Michigan boys. But
Hmm.
and actually, I wouldn't mind. There's a couple of locations in Canada that are on kind of a ATV fishing type resort,
Okay.
which I think would be a ball. So
Right. Yeah. Another type of flying, you think probably for that as well, right?
yeah, that one's actually not that far from Northern Michigan. Here
Oh,
where
okay.
we're located at. We're tip of the mitt. We always say the hand for
Yeah, yeah,
Michigan.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it would actually only be about a 6-hour drive for us.
Oh, that's not far. Yeah.
So, but with the COVID right now, the borders and stuff, it's a mess. So
Yeah, you can't even get over the border without going into the hotel isolation there. So
right.
yeah, which um cool. What kind of expansion do you see going on in your area?
They're actually going to be opening up quite a dose of federal roads in Michigan, which
Okay.
will make getting to more trails a little bit easier.
Hmm.
Michigan kind of works off sections, so if you want to ride another section, sometimes it involves county road pounding or pavement pounding, we call it,
Hmm.
which no one likes to ride pavement,
No.
and especially when you're spending $1,200 on tires.
Yeah.
But that's going to really increase the trails big time in the UP, which you can almost really travel the whole length of the UP no problem right now. So
Okay. Um, what's the best way for people to get a hold of your club?
they can look us up on our website, mudbrothersATVclub.com.
Okay.
That's usually the best way to find all our information. That's how you can join the club and kind of see what we have going on. The website doesn't get updated as much as the Facebook, because the social media now, it seems like that's the way to go.
Right. It's easier.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
touch. But okay, well, I'll make sure I put both the links below the video here is in the description so people can quickly get to those and so
I
forth.
appreciate that.
But Mike,
We do have quite a few members from out of state, actually, so it's kind of funny. We got members from Texas, Arizona. We've never even seen them.
huh?
So they visited Indian River one time. We're based out of, and
Yep,
just support what we do. So
that's fantastic. I love
yeah,
hearing that. Yep, because the clubs need a lot of support and like even this week, I'm driving 2.5 hours to go support a club I'm not a part of, but they need the help. And it's just like just go do your time, do some time, and help people out, and we can
yeah,
ride the trails
absolutely.
and so forth. So
Volunteers are very hard to come by. We're fortunate where we have a lot of volunteers, but there's clubs have been in the past that have folded in this area because of lack of volunteers. So
right,
and
right.
people just really need to realize that these trails just don't survive on their own.
Hmm.
It takes a crew to do it.
It
So
does, it does, and it's fun when a lot of people do it all at once. When we're working
yeah,
together and you get a crew of people together, you have some fun, and
absolutely. I think that's a lot of it. We don't have a big, very, very big section that we're grant sponsors of as it is, but
mhm,
we want to. That's a reflection of our club. So
right,
we want to do the best we can do.
sure, sure. Well, Mike, thank you so much. And if you ever do come out to New England, make sure you look me up, and I'll be happy to go showing you around the best I can.
I've already been telling my buddies, so you
Yeah.
better be prepared for some Michiganders. So
All right. Yeah. Let's get up there and have some fun for sure.
yeah, same
But,
thing here. We can if you ever get in Michigan, especially north of the 45th, we
okay.
can take you to some gorgeous places here and nonstop trails. So
Outstanding. Well, thank you again very much for your time, and I appreciate you sharing your story and your club with us.
no problem. Thank you.